Well, the reviews are rolling in for Google's Pixel 9 smartphone lineup, the newest phones offering users advanced cameras and AI capabilities with the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, bringing the company's biggest ever display on a phone. For more on the new era of smartphone tech, we have Google product manager George Hwang, along with Yahoo Finance's very own tech editor, Dan Howley. Welcome to you both. George, I'll start with you. Maybe George started at just a high level for us. Say you're a viewer, George, and you're watching this right now, and maybe you're actually in the market for a new smartphone. You all just announced, a very splashy new lineup there. Make the case for a new Pixel, George. What would be the competitive advantages and reasons a viewer might want to own one of these?
Yeah, it's a great question. Well, with the latest Pixel 9 devices, we're really excited to bring all the helpfulness of the AI experiences that we have, plus the amazing camera that we're so known for on our latest, most redesigned, redeveloped phones that we feel people will love. Additionally, we offer 7 years of update and OS updates and security updates, such that you'll have a phone that lasts and you can feel confident in that.
Yeah, George, I have the Pixel Pro 9 Fold, 9 Pro Fold right here. Obviously, opens and closes. I've been using it for a while now as my primary device, and I got to say, I've used other foldables from other companies, Samsung, the prior Pixel Fold, and this really kind of feels like the first foldable that's more like a normal phone, right? The front screen is a regular size. It's not kind of thin and squished, kind of like the Samsung's Z Fold 6. It's more of a normal size than the original Fold, which is a little squat and wide. I guess, is that kind of the way you guys are thinking about these kinds of phones? Make them as approachable as possible without making them feel all like sci-fi and weird. And then, hey, if you want to watch stuff, you can just pop it open like that, and it's not kind of an overwhelming experience.
Definitely, I think you hit the nail on the head. When we reimagined this phone, when we went back to the drawing board, what we looked at is really how people use these phones. And the phone's a device that you use day in, day out, 100 times per day. And so we didn't want to change that, but we wanted to augment that capability. And so when you have it folded, it's like a Pixel 9 Pro with the same size display and just a little bit more thickness. But when you unfold it, it unfolds into an 8-inch massive display, to serve your entertainment, your productivity, your gaming, your creative needs, to give you that extra leg up.
Yeah, I've been using it to message my friends, draft for fantasy on Yahoo Sports, and also just watching the Mets lose all, at the same time. Actually win lately. I'll throw it out for the Mets there. I guess, what are you seeing as far as consumer interest on the side of the foldables? I know we have the regular Pixel line, which is also great. The hardware there, big upgrade. The Pro line looks great with the new edging and the new cameras. But what are you seeing as far as foldables go and the consumer interest and uptake there?
We've noticed that since the original Pixel Fold that people utilize these devices in so many different ways. We were actually, when we developed the original, I think it was in our head a lot. And so we saw that, people would use the camera in a certain way or use productivity in a certain way. But actually, when we got out into the market, and this is something that we built upon with the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, is that people actually are using it in much more ways, multitasking, split screen, using it for both work and play. And so there's a lot of capabilities, plus all the additional foldable features that are only relevant in a form factor like this. Really amazing to see how people kind of capitalize on this type of form factor and do so many things with it.
Yeah, I got to say, I've been using the outside screen. I was at getting drinks yesterday on a beautiful Labor Day Monday in the city, and just had the White Sox going because I guess the only thing I want to do is watch baseball at this point. I think about the kind of AI features that are in these phones and how those are increasingly being integrated. There's a number of features. There's the new Gemini software that's built directly into this. You have that throughout. I was using the ask about the screen feature where you can ask Gemini what's on your screen. It was able to pull up and tell me that I was watching a ball game. Duh, I know that, I put it on. But it's able to pick that kind of information up. Photos, I took a picture of my cat and asked what it was a photo of. It was able to do that. I guess, how are you seeing AI kind of roll out into consumers now? It's been a year since we had the big announcements kind of go out for smartphones, Samsung having Galaxy AI earlier Now we're having Gemini built directly into the new Pixel phones. There may or may not be a competitor that's going to launch some new phones next week. How are you seeing consumers use these kinds of capabilities?
Yeah, it's a great question. With the Pixel 9 series, we really we thought about how AI could be used in a phone and really make it useful for all. You can see a lot of that through the different features that that we've launched. Gemini is one that you mentioned. Things like Add Me. Additionally, just some of the camera features as well as the call features. And we realized that bringing this type of helpfulness on kind of all spectrums of the phone is really something that we benefit from because we own the whole stack. I think you might have heard that when we talked about that at our Made by Google event. Really trying to focus on how we can bring that helpfulness and how we can utilize this capability from all the models all the way to the hardware and the silicon and infuse that within to really bring helpful features to our users.
George, I'm curious what kind of marketing dollars you're going to put behind these new devices. And I asked George because I reached out to the folks at Counterpoint Research, and they tell me Google's Pixel phones accounted for less than 1% of global smartphone shipments last year in the first half of this year. So it seems, George, like you guys got to get the word out about these devices.
Yeah, it's a great point. The thing that we hear from our users, though, is that they're really excited about these phones, and the advancements and the capabilities and the features that we're bringing are really resonating with them. So when we hear that, that really gives us a lot of motivation to continue to build on and make sure that by word of mouth and by also our capabilities that we share these devices and we really get the information out.
Google's George Hwang, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it, George.
Thank you so much.